What's up, everybody? It's your boy Alexander, man. Listen, I got a special edition for y'all today. So today is going to be the first episode, the first of many, to be honest, man. Because listen, I want to roll out a segment that I'm calling The Bar. And The Bar is a segment that I'll be doing reviews on Black-owned apps, right? Now, of course, this is not, a clout chasing segment. This is not a way to be negative towards our people. This is what I'm going to do because I want to shine light on, black tech founders or people just trying to get into space. But as we roll into this space where the expectations are high and the way that we critique each other is high, because there's foundation out there on what we're used to using in the tech space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be going through these apps. I'll be giving you not just my advice, but as a user, I think I qualify to give my opinion, but I'm also great at designing. I'm great at UI, right? So I understand how it should feel, how it should navigate, how things should easily be accessible, where to put buttons at, where not to put buttons at, things that aren't working correctly, things that lag. So these are going to be the things that I'm going to be talking about, right? But I'm also going to be sharing I'm not going to be sharing too much information on developers, but what I am going to do is try to pull us together as a community. And I want us to start building things that are prominent, right? So, sometimes it takes advice and then it takes a little push. You know what I'm saying? Like every adjustment that you make should not come from a complaint, right? So this is what I'm here for. Welcome to The Bar. It's Alexander. And today I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get started with FANBASE, right? Who better to start with than FANBASE? This is Isaac Hayes, the third app. FANBASE is a social media platform that pays creators in a unique format, right? So just think about marrying social media with OnlyFans without limitations on content creation, right? So it's kind of like, I know what, if you go look at his page and you look at the things that he say, I don't want to undersell or oversell what FANBASE is, but I also want to shine light on, you have to give credit to him because it's tough building not only like a black owned social media app, but it's tough building things for the black community. Now he say it's diverse, but what I can say is he does promote the black creators more than any other group, right? So when you say it's diverse, how do you create a diverse platform when you over promote black, right? So I want to say that again. So how do you diversify your platform when you over promote black? Now I know it sounds crazy, like you can't over promote black, but you can over promote black if you're selling yourself as a diverse platform, right? So we're gonna go through it, man. I don't want to do too much talking, but as I go through, I'm gonna just share my experience with the app. You guys make sure you check it out. This is not shade to anyone. This is just a way for me to shine light and go through, because not everybody's on the app and they're really into the tech space. Like a lot of people are just users. So sometimes the things that people want and look, let me tell y'all something, right? I said something today in a room. I was actually on FANBASE today and I was in an audio chat and I told somebody in the chat, right? I said, if you build something for the black community, if you cater to the black community when building something, sometimes you can be building a live bomb, right? And what I meant when I said that was sometimes it's for the developer to build something that's going to be prominent, because sometimes when you build things and it caters to everybody's idea but yours, sometimes it's easy to build things that you can't control, or that you can easily build things that you'll lose control over. You got to think about it, right? if it was up to America, there wouldn't be a speed limit, right? And then what comes with that? Major accidents, right? There's no way for you to take away something without losing something, right? So consider the ideas, but make sure that it makes sense. So let's dive into it, right? And then all right, so the first thing that we're going to do is, right, we're going to come straight to the opening page, right? So you can log in with Apple, and of course I'm an Apple guy, so if y'all got Android, I can't say what the Android experience is going to be like, but you know, we got 20 minutes left and I want to get this knocked out, right? So you can log in with Apple, you can log in with Google, log in with your email, sign up with your email. So if we want to sign up, let's see what the sign up looks like first. Let's do this. Let's click on sign up. So if I'm going to go through and I'm going to be like critiquing everything as we go in. So boom, let's see what the navigation is back to the home page. You know, everything is spaced out here. Enter your username, enter your email, create a password. The only thing that I could see wrong with this page right now is anytime you have a sign up page and there's a password field, let's just see. Let's just do this. Boom, 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 boom at gmail.com. There. Boom, 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 boom. Now you see how it says next, right? You need to have that. It should be a section that allows you to verify your password, just to make sure users are putting in the correct password. But I already got an account, so we're gonna log in here. Boom, let's just do it here. So again, all right. Bow, loading FANBASE. So the minute that we come inside, right, this is the first thing that you're going to see, right? Invite your friends to FANBASE. So there's already a pop-up there, right? Me personally, I just feel like a lot of the things that you want users to do when they first come into the app, it should be like a welcoming process where the minute you come into the app, you got about 3 or 4 slides that's telling people what the community is. It's highlighting the main pages. It's giving people the option to do things, right? Because if people are going to share FANBASE, they're going to share it, right? So when you click this, let's see what happens. Okay, so dismiss the invitation. Even when you click on that, it's giving you another thing to do, right? You can still share FANBASE with your friends. Yep, confirm. So I want to get rid of that, right? I feel like that's a lot in the beginning. So I got friends here. I guess this is where you go live at. Somebody that I follow, and then this is me, right? So we'll dive into this in just a second, right? So as I scroll, so you got your thumbs up here, comment section here, right? Let's see. Let's take a look at that again. See, me personally, like when I see this, and then let me just double check here on the mobile app too as well, because that way I can have a reference, because I honestly feel like from a navigation perspective, when you click on that comments, it has the arrow that points down. I feel like, let me see here. Okay, so on mobile it does that, right? So mind you guys, I am on a MacBook, so this is why I wanted to make sure that I use my phone as a reference too. So whenever you click the comments icon, I honestly feel like the comments bar should slide from the bottom up, and that's exactly what it did. So kudos to that part. So boom, we're gonna do away with that. And then as I go through, I'll just follow here, and if I'm having issues on anything with mobile, I'll let you know by referencing it here, right? So again, somebody's highlighting what they're making on the app. So, I guess, people are going to post whatever they want to post, right? Here's, I guess this is an actual room that you can join, I'm guessing. So he does have the option for people to jump right into the audio room from the timeline. Me personally, I feel like you should take this out, honestly, right? Because if they're coming here to watch videos, I just feel like for the amount of people that got this here, if they want to go to the audio chat room, I think you should separate that, right? To each his own. Sometimes people want things to be super convenient, but if it's going to be on the timeline, there's a certain type of content that people are looking for on the main timeline. So let's see what we got going here. Okay, so this dude right here, he got some motion. I actually went inside CEO push room one time, man. He's super active. I don't know if he get paid or not from FANBASE or just in general, right? As you can see, he has a little bit more traction than most people, right? Let's do it. We ain't got but 15 minutes left, and I want to make sure I get everything in that I can. So if I can point out another thing with FANBASE too, like as an app, even on mobile, I can see that there's like a scroll bar that on the, me personally, I feel like when you're dealing with a mobile app, remove that. It gives it like a more cleaner look. It gives it a cleaner look for sure. Get rid of that. Like this right here is just giving outdated. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I feel like to give it a cleaner look, get rid of the scroll bar. And then of course here, you got when you want to like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to pay for love, right? And I ain't going to put too much in on this area right here, but this is the way that he monetized the platform. This is how we give back to creators. This is the part of the platform, me personally, that I feel like it's like a road to destruction, right? Because I don't know many people that's going to put money here and spend money on content that people are putting on other platforms for free, right? Like you see, like there's exclusive content here that people are putting out. So it's kind of like, so you can subscribe to the to content as well. So this was what I'm talking about when I say it's kind of like social media having a baby with OnlyFans, right? Because some of the content is exclusive, right? Now I'm not gonna count it all the way out, but it's just gonna be a long highway ride to get people to get on board with this monetization platform, I think. And me personally, I feel like by the time people really catch on, I think he'll end up doing another round with raising money. So you guys make sure that y'all tap in with that too. Understand what happens to your shares when another round of funds are being raised, because if you don't know anything about share dilution, you can find out the hard way. So let's do this here. See, like this right here, he doesn't run ads. So like when I scroll and then I see like, somebody screenshotted this, posted it here, and like I would love to see people actually start putting content, so like just specifically for FANBASE to kind of give it its own identity. I don't like how people and I get it, if you're selling products, by any means necessary, like cross brand your content, but the way that his platform is designed and how he's creating the brand identity, the fact that he's selling like exclusive content, and the thing is, how do you post something here and expect me to share love and pay for it when I seen it on Instagram already today for free? So we'll get past that. Notifications here. So again, you can see your revenue slider here, and let's see, 14 weeks, 49 weeks. If I could point out anything here, I feel like any notification that's older than 90 days should automatically be deleted from here, whether we delete it or not. To save yourself space, I feel like it should automatically be deleted from here. Now these are just my opinions. And then also we got your revenue thing here. Boom, I got 36 cents in the bag. Let's get it. A few people share love. Whenever I listen, now I will say this, whenever I do get in them audio chat rooms, they be rocking with the kid because I know some things, right? And I honestly feel like, Clubhouse got it wrong, man. And I feel like Fanbase could have really stepped in if he would have just like did the primary focus on like taking the audio room experience to another level, because you can actually network in real time. I think that's the best part about Fanbase, just being like, that's the best part about any platform, when you can network in real time. And if you got something special, it's not going to be hard for you to expand the brand. The thing is, I think people underestimate networking, right? So it's kind of like, when you don't really have anything of value, of course it's going to be hard to get people to latch onto it. But if you got something that's super dope and you can jump into a live audio room and share it, all it takes is for a few people to check it out, man. Like, that's marketing. Like, that's free marketing for sure. And then search here. If you hit the search icon, I guess you got latest here, people. Let's just click on it. We got the latest post here. Don't know where this is coming from. I don't know if it's my followers, people that he want to highlight on the platform. I don't know if this is strictly controlled by my algorithm that I curated from people that I follow. When you click on people here, of course, Fanbase, Isaac, Glorilla, Swaz, CC, EYL, Big Scale, Winner. Yeah, I don't follow any of these people, so why they would be like right at the top? I don't know if it highlights like the celebrities or something. Like, my thing is he using the celebrity fan base? Like, I just want to follow some dope people, right? I don't want to follow celebrities on 7 different platforms, right? Like, if you're gonna focus on the community, like if you're gonna focus on building a dope community, I feel like just kind of, I don't know, if they're trending, let them trend. But just because they famous on one app, don't automatically bring them to another app and give them seniority over others. Right now, if they invested, that's cool, I get it, but you know, it is what it is. Just my opinion. Trending here, bow. It's pretty straightforward. So, let's go to the menu. Let's go to the profile page. So here, of course, you got menu here. You can come here, update your profile. And then let's take a look here on mobile. So when I click here, on mobile, right? There's one thing that I don't like when you click on the profile page on the mobile, right? So like when you slide down, it does like this little, not like a glitch, but it's kind of like it's like not a smooth transition, right? And then too, another thing that I noticed too as well is when you go back to the profile page, you see how this is what I'm talking about. You guys maybe can see it, right? So these icons right here, I feel like in order for you to get to each of these, like you literally have to click on them. Me personally, I think when you're on pages like this within the app, I think people get used to the swipe for navigation. So like, I feel like you should be able to swipe left to right and access any of these icons right here. So to scroll up is one thing, but if they want to access this icon here, they should be able to swipe left or right and get to this icon here, right? Again, 36 cents. Let's get it. I'm out of here. And then you also can see the revenue breakdowns. You can see the loves. You can see the subscriptions, revenue from stories. So a really straightforward thing for revenue breakdown. If you want to add something on the app, you got live here, stories. I feel like this could have been a little bit more sexier as far as like the UI design, right? Like immediately I got ideas in my head to make this look a little bit cleaner, right? But if I was on the home page, another thing that I'll point out, right, it's called icon redundancy, right? So this icon here, Flickz. So if you can see here, right, Flickz, this is like Reels, right? So boom, if you want to get out of there, close it up, right? So here, and then you know what? So I'll renege on what I just said. So this is how you get to the Flickz, right? Boom, boom. I get it. Okay. And if you want to add a flick, then you come here. Plus, I guess this must be like, you can upload. Okay. So this is kind of like if you want to make something exclusive, right? Make exclusive by adding a link here. Boom. Showing. Nah, we're going to back out of that. All right. So again, you click here, audio room. Let's see what's going on here. All right. So if you want to create an audio room, public to everyone, exclusive to my subscribers, private invite only inside my camps, right? Boom. That's pretty dope there. Right. And this is what I mean by, like, with the audio rooms, man. The goal is to expand, right? Anytime you're talking about anything within the brand, or if you get on a social platform in general, I think most people want to reach as many people as possible. So, like, you know, I feel like exclusive content is like, it has to be like content that if it was on another platform, it might potentially get banned, right? I feel like exclusive content is not content that you can leak onto another platform and it can survive there without being flagged, right? If you get my drift, right? But again, you know, exclusive is what people call it. My thing is, the only reason that I don't really say something is exclusive, because if you're talking about that same subject, or you're talking about that same content on another platform for free, it's kind of hard to call it exclusive. And then also, if you're recycling content, man, like, we live in a recycle era where nothing is new. Like, there's a lot of people, if they get access to information first and they want to be the first ones, those are like the news media outlets, and they're willing to pay for that content just to get the content to be the first to put it out, right? And I feel like if you're going to classify content as exclusive, it should be exclusive content, right? That the average person just don't have access to. Like, I can't sit here and say, oh, I got a exclusive podcast network, when you can go to YouTube and watch the same exact podcast, right? The only thing is, shit, mine's watch it ad free, right? And I get that. Let's take a look here. We're going to keep it going. It's not about me, right? So share here. Boom. You can go here. These are the people that I follow. Bow, request. I don't think anybody's requested to follow me because my page not private. When you click on a page, this is like, there's a lot of users out there like this too, right? You know, anytime I click on somebody's profile and like they're selling like Bitcoin, or, you know what I'm saying, like these currency pages, that's like, those get old pretty quick. Even that happens on like Instagram. So you get all of these random DMs from like cryptocurrency people. But for the most part, man, this is what it is, man. Listen, FANBASE, it's not a bad app, right? In my opinion, I feel like the business model needs to change if people are going to invest their money, right? Because, hear me out, right? And, you know, don't crucify me for this. If I'm going to give somebody my money, I want to know how we're going to get the money back. When I think about the business platform, the business model that FANBASE has, like at this moment, me personally, I just feel like it'll be another round of investment, and the money that I put into it, you know, some of the shares that I get, it might be diluted. Because again, I feel like even with the amount of money that they raise, like they'll run through that money, because for one, with all of these features, the overhead for the app, I can't say what the overhead is for the app, but he also has a studio. There's a lot of things going on behind the scene that I'm not aware of, that I know cost money, that the way that he advertises. I can't say how much he spent on his developers. Again, these are things that kind of don't matter, but as we enter the tech space as black tech founders, we got to start doing things the right way. And I will say this, one thing that I do like about FANBASE is, man, he's unapologetically putting it out there in the tech space to break those barriers, man. And I like and I support that 100%. You know, as much as we kind of get into it online sometimes, because he's a little sensitive about his baby, and I get it, because I am too, right? But sometimes as an owner, you got to be willing to take that constructive criticism and not be so insecure. Not everybody's here to bite at your ankles, man. I want to put that out in the universe because, again, I got FANBASE in my phone. So obviously I'm not that upset about what we go back and forth about. I'm just not walking blindfolded in the tech space. So again, this has been a breakdown for FANBASE. You guys make sure you check it out. Check it out. I'm going to say it 3 times. Please check out FANBASE, because as a black tech founder, sometimes it's just about us building a community. You know what I'm saying? They say build it and they will come. And I'm a firm believer in that. So again, this is the bar. If there's anybody out there that has a black owned app that I'm not aware of, listen, let me know and I'll look into them. And again, I'll be doing my breakdowns every chance that I get. And I'm going to be brutally honest with how I feel. FANBASE is a well-designed app. It has some things that can probably be aesthetically improving, but for the most part, he did really, really well, man. Listen, thank you for tuning in to the bar. My name is Alexander. I'm out.
It's a blessing, I'm alive and I'm breathing. Came home for the weekend, I don't feel like leaving. Got some business up north, I be there by the evening. Man, somebody roll some reefer. Should I feel like chiefing? Should I feel like niggas ain't fucking with me either? But I leave that up to y'all. Right now, I'm on call. Knew it was the boy, said she smelled me down the hall. Told her I ain't trying to talk, she keep talking about the mall. Said y'all can keep the rest, I just want it all. Build a team, cash out, and just watch my son ball. Long live dollars, with a guy we had a ball. That shit hurt me to my soul, wish I never got the call. We